I journaled more, which I'll get back to, and then I came back to when I think about giving up certain foods, what thoughts come up, and then use the Starbucks trip as an example. So if I don't have the pastry in the morning and Starbucks, then I will not feel calm going into work. Anxiety, rapid heartbeat, uneasiness, shakiness, those are all feelings that are associated with anxiety for me. Deprivation is one that I feel a lot. Along with the deprivation comes that inner child voice. Others can have it, why can't I? And it starts this inner dialogue of, I want what I want now. Why can't I have it? I make good money. I deserve it. Other people can do it. Why am I not good enough for it? Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys struggle with that inner voice. I definitely do. And with all the emotional work I've done, that little girl voice is still there. I know I've read with alcoholics, they talk about you stop growing emotionally when you start consuming that alcohol, drugs, whatever. I was overeating from a very young age. So, I mean, intellectually, I know I've matured farther than 5 or 6, but when you really hit that core of trying to take my food away from me, that inner child just, and it's scary. I don't like feeling that way, and I feel like it's kind of this double personality, and it's hard to wrap my head around, and it's embarrassing, and it's hard to talk about. You know, again, if you guys can relate, please share that with me. I would love to hear it, and I think other people would like to hear it too. All I ask you guys in the comments, please do not criticize each other, fight with each other, try and cause any drama whatsoever. I want no drama on anything related to me. I just have no patience for it. So yeah, share your stories and experience strength and hope, as they say in OA, but please don't criticize each other or criticize me. I mean, if you really want to try and criticize me, I'd rather you do that than criticize other people. But yeah, sorry, disclaimer there. So another thought that comes to mind when I think about cutting out the Starbucks ritual, because again, at this point, it's now a ritual. So I find comfort in it. I find comfort in leaving the house at a certain time, getting to Starbucks, having a friendly conversation with, you know, the people that know me there now, and getting my treat and going to work, and then looking on Facebook for 10 minutes because I'm a little bit early, and there's something in the ritual of that helps to calm me. So another thought or fear is desperation and fear thoughts. Oh no, what will I do without it? Will I have withdrawals? Will I have a panic attack? Will I be a mean, awful person unless I have the food that I want? I don't want to be crabby or snappy or snippy, or I want to be free of the food obsession. I want to be free of the need for food to make me a calm person. That's my goal to work towards. So then in having those thoughts, then the feeling comes up of what would life be like if I didn't have coffee at all? Because I consume a lot of coffee. When Daniel met me and the more we hung out, he's like, wow, you drink a lot of coffee. And I do, and I drink it all day. I can drink it in the evening without it affecting my sleep. I've had times where I was really tired in the middle of the day on a weekend, so I stop and get an iced coffee and get home and put away the groceries, and then even with pounding that iced coffee, I fell asleep on the couch, you know? So I think I've just built up this really high tolerance that's a bit concerning, and I know, intellectually I know this is not healthy for me, as well as the artificial sweeteners that I use in it. You know, I'm not anti-artificial sweetener, but I definitely consume too much. I know that for sure. So I wrote, what would my life look like if I did not drink coffee? And then my inner thoughts or inner dialogue was, will I have withdrawals? Will I be a mean person? Will I feel deprived? What will I replace it with? And then the child voice, but I want what I want when I want it. Pound. So I know maybe it sounds silly to talk about this, but it honestly feels so much better to write it and get it out of me. I tend to hold and bottle things inside, and they kind of fester a little bit, and then I use food to kind of calm it down or stuff it down. And even though, again, I hate to keep saying this, I'm not using near the amounts of food that I did in the past, which is why I'm not 500 pounds again. But the behaviors are just as concerning as the quantity or calories of the food. And I want to be able to eat my planned meal and move on and enjoy life. And I've had those times, and somehow I've fallen back off track. And I tend to live in this fear or anxiety, and I think that's my next thing to really work towards. I believe just spiritually that I'm here to learn and grow and express love and feel love, and I don't have it in my mind that I'm going to get to a certain goal and everything will be great, because life has not shown me that. Life shows me that you're going to hit roadblocks and you're going to be better for it. And I do believe that. I am a better person having gone through being in morbid obesity and crawling my way out of it. It was hard during that time, and I hated life sometimes, and I never thought I would be where I am today. And I guess that is I'm tearing up because it's such an amazing blessing. And I'm so proud of myself that I have the awareness and the drive to confront these things and not just give up and say, well, I'm comfortable, I'm just going to stay where I'm at, because I want better things for myself, and I want to learn and grow and have a happy life and share it with you guys and share my successes and my struggles. And it feels weird sometimes to call it a struggle, because certainly compared to what it used to be, it's not that bad, or compared to what other people are going through. But it's a struggle for me, and I can't be in denial about that. So I'm just going to kind of go through the rest of my journal and see if there's anything else that kind of pops up. This is another one that came up that I have struggled with in the past or faced in the past, that I used to talk to my therapist all the time about, was fear of losing weight, which I know sounds weird. If anybody has struggled with this, please let me know, because I often feel alone in this, because so many people want to lose weight, and they, are always talking about how much weight they've lost, and they're so excited, and the media pushes like weight loss and things are going to be so great. Well, I have these fears of losing weight. And so one of the fears I wrote down is guilt over continued success, others being negative or passive aggressive, or feeling bad about themselves. I know that sounds weird, but sometimes I feel guilty for having come this far and succeeded. And I don't know what that's about. My therapist told me that it was like survivor's guilt, that I survived the morbid obesity stamp and I got out of it, and a lot of people don't. And I do feel, I don't feel guilty for my success, but I feel sometimes like I want to downplay it or not brag about it or pretend that didn't happen. I also have seen people be negative about it or passive aggressive, like, oh, you look so great, or, oh, I wish I could lose weight, in like a passive aggressive way. Or I've also had it where, boy, you look so great, I wish I could lose weight. And I can feel their pain. I can feel it. I can feel in their heart how badly they want to be happy and feel better. And sometimes I take that on. that codependency? I don't know. I don't know anymore. So that's something I need to challenge myself and have a good balance on being happy for myself, wishing them the best, hoping and praying that they can find what they need to live their own happy, healthy life. Another fear I have of losing weight is my loose skin getting worse. I feel like I have a curvy figure right now, and I look pretty good in clothes. Certainly look way better than I used to, and I feel more confident than ever. But my fear is that I'm going to get really skinny up here and then still have all this hanging down here and be out of balance and then be ashamed of my loose skin. And so then I don't want to gain weight to fill out in certain places, and so I can feel better about my body. So that's a fear. Again, kind of going with that body image fear of, well, I guess just what I was saying, just losing weight, so much weight here, but then still having loose skin around my butt and my legs. Like my legs were very heavy. So I camouflage that with skirts and loose pants, but I don't want to be a size medium here and a size 3X here. And that might be vain or whatever, but that's the reality of, I want to feel good about my body. Another fear I have is eating less. I don't want to have bowel problems. When I first started this journey, nobody likes constipation, and I found when I did eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, then that kept me regular. Now I know, excuse me, I know there's things out there to utilize, but again, this is just a fear. This is just something that comes up in my mind that might help me to justify, well, I'll keep eating the amounts that I'm eating. Vitamin deficiency, piggyback on that. I eat probably a normal amount of food right now, normal for someone who has not had gastric bypass. Excuse me. So again, my concern with cutting back on fruits and vegetables is that I won't be getting the vitamins and nutrients that I need. I can up vitamin intake. So, again, these are just things that come to my mind. And I wrote down hair loss, but again, kind of going with those three of bowel problems, vitamin deficiency, and hair loss. I have a ton of hair, so, really that's not a huge fear. I feel like I would really have to cut my portions and calories to start losing my hair. After surgery, I did lose hair, but again, I have so much that I don't think it was noticeable at all. I noticed because I had it coming out and it was in the shower drain, but I don't think you could notice as far as in my daily life. So to piggyback that, sorry to keep using that phrase. So reasons to lose weight. And so I'm going to mention this and then we'll wrap up the video because this is a long one, but I hope you guys appreciate that I'm sharing this with you. I feel like you guys can relate more to my eating disorder stuff than probably grocery hauls, but I like to have a balance. So reasons to lose weight. These are reasons that I've had always. But I don't know that I really believed it was a possibility in my life. So a reason to lose weight, and again, this is kind of in talking about the now. So I've lost a lot of weight. I'm trying to reset my goals, reset my intentions, and figure out, what am I doing next to be a healthy weight to carry a baby. I'll be 35 in July. I've always wanted to be a mom. When I went through my surgeries in 2012, I had a large mass connected to my ovary and fallopian tube. So I lost one side of my reproductive organs. My doctors have all said that the other side makes up for it, and I should have no problems. But at that time, I just had to surrender that thought, I might not have a baby. As well as I was 32 at the time. I wasn't with anybody, had no plans to meet anybody. So I just had to surrender it because I felt love for children. I have a niece and 2 nephews that I'm very close to that have shown me so much love that if I don't have a baby, then that's just what I've been dealt. But I am starting to think more about my future and what do I want? And I'm, I might still have a few years to give it a shot. So that's a reason to lose weight, to potentially in the future carry a baby. And again, that has been a goal since way before I met the person I'm with now. The next one, also same thing. I've always had this in my mind, to look nice in a wedding dress. I've always wanted to get married and never really got close to it. And I think I had a lot of walls up. I think I didn't like myself. And again, I've come so far that now I'm more open to it than ever. Like, I am a good person. I deserve to have a wedding and have a spouse and have a family of my own. Because for a long time, I didn't feel that way. So again, I'm not trying to lose weight for an upcoming wedding or anything. Let's not get too excited. But, something that I've always wanted in my mind was to look beautiful and feel comfortable in a wedding dress. So short-term, long-term goals, that's something that's been on my mind now that I'm getting older and yeah. Being able to walk, hike, be in nature without pain or without being out of breath. I do pretty good, but I want to continue that and to continue to make strides, no pun intended, but to continue to challenge myself and not let the fear hold me back. Because oftentimes I'll look up or look at something that I'm about to walk up and have this panic or fear of, I can't do it, I'm going to be out of breath, or I am literally out of breath. And it just takes me right back to being 500 pounds. So that's definitely a reason to lose more weight, is to be able to physically do more. 2 more reasons. So the next one is reason to lose weight, be more comfortable physically. That means in my clothes, in a car, in chairs, going upstairs, moving around, being in a crowd, just more comfortable in my body. Again, I've come so far. I feel pretty comfortable now, but I just want to continue to feel more comfortable. And then last one, reason to lose weight, my overall health, to lead a long life and to have experiences. So not being morbidly obese anymore might give me the opportunity to be able to fly to Boston and see my friend Amy like I did in 2013. That's an experience that I wouldn't have had I not lost weight and got healthier. Again, these are, these are my reasons. I'm sure there's more. I'm sure I can always think of other things, but these are my core reasons right now. It's not a number on a scale. It's just to be healthier and acknowledging that I've come a long way and I feel pretty good right now. I just want to challenge myself to look at what's holding me back. What do I want to do next? So, what was that? 20 minutes, half an hour? I have no idea. I haven't been looking at the clock and my camera doesn't have a timer on the screen, but if you've watched it this long, thank you. I hope you can relate. I hope you will leave me a comment, letting me know what you thought. You can also message me on Facebook, on instant message. I try to answer them on the weekends. So if I don't answer you right away, please don't be upset. I do try to get to it on the weekends. But yeah, let's start a conversation and share each other's stories. And I don't know, I think it's nice to know that we're not alone. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.